Good morning, Merry Christmas. So it's been a long time since I've been here with you guys, apart from my unboxing, my grandiose unboxing, the Coroja and the Large Weekender Tote. And I was so pleased with so not pleased isn't the word, I was just excited to hear back from everyone because I did take a very long hiatus. And so anyways, it was fun that I got to see all your messages, and thank you so much for just reaching out and saying that you liked the video or that you wanted to see this or that you want to see that. And so I have not had the bag for terribly long, so I'm not going to do a super long review on it because I want to use it a little bit more and give you guys more in-depth feedback. But you guys are so excited about the Large Weekend Tote that I just wanted to do I don't even know what I'm going to call it, a preview and a comparison, and then just a couple fun things that I think about the bag. So if you are thinking about it and your Christmas money is burning a hole in your pocket, I think this is for you. So so this, I can't even call it a little beauty, but this insane beauty is what we are talking about today. This is the Large Weekender Tote. I'm very comfortable saying I've never seen a bag like this, just period across the board. And I've certainly never seen a lineup in Love 41 that comes close to this. Not in terms of quality, because all of her stuff is sort of off the charts amazing, but just in terms of size and style, right? Typically she has, and I'll show you because I might just have one or two of her bags. Typically she has not so much detail, but I kind of love it on this. It's a real subtle detail, and it's really pretty. So okay, so let's talk about this bag. So this is the Large Weekend Tote. It's got these padded handles. It's got a shorter drop. So I just wanted to make you aware. I like the shorter drop because you hear this crow? It's kind of funny. I work from home, obviously, and it's dead quiet unless I take a call, in which case it's crows, or if I'm filming a video, it's crows and planes, and it's so loud. But anyways, so the drop is short, distinctly shorter than her other bags. The reason I like it is because it's such a big bag that if you had a long drop, then I think the bag would feel overwhelming. But because the drop is short, it's tight to your person, it's high up, and I'm, just for reference, I'll step back a bit, I'm 5'2". So, and I think Suzette might be 5'2" also. So I don't feel oh my gosh, it's so big, it's ridiculous. I feel it's super fun that it's a big bag. So here it is. And in some of my other videos, I say a tote is long if I can't sort of wrap my fingers around the bottom. I cannot. This is a long tote. Not by much more than my fingers, but you can see sort of there, hopefully. Let me step back a tiny bit just to make sure. So it's big, but it's so fun. I think that's part of the beauty of this bag. And okay, so just a couple of, and I left something in here. Not that you guys are excited about it at all, but it's her medium-sized Coroja that just released, which let me know what questions you have on this beauty. But I just had it in there to kind of just to tease you, frankly. So anyways, here's the interior of the bag. It is unlined, so it's the suede side. It has a really generous drop for the key fob, because I don't like it when it's too short, and I don't like it when it's too long, because if it's too long, your stuff just sits on it. If it's too short, you can't access it. So I feel this is a really nice medium size. And then she has a very generous pocket. I don't want to take credit for this or anything, but I do feel there was a review where I said just make the pockets giant so you don't ever have to guess if the phone's gonna fit. Anyways, so that's kind of just the basics of the bag. I love tobacco. I think it's probably their most popular color, but I know with this bag, it's a whole lot of tobacco. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys a couple of things. I think for me, I want to break that up. So I got a cream colored, flimsy see-through scarf. Because you can tell I live in California, because today is Christmas, by the way. And I'm out here in a very thin short sleeve sweater. So it's warm. So my scarf is accordingly always just for fashion. But I took a clip-a, and I'll link that for you below if you want. It has a couple of uses. But I did do this. I just like it because you have this big swath of tobacco. It breaks it up, and it's kind of fun. And you could do the shorter, more handkerchief-sized scarves. But it just adds a little bit of detail and interest to the bag. So FYI. And then the other thing, which I'm not even sure if they still have this anymore, but this is from their sister company, Saddleback leather. And I just got this like sometime in December. I'm not exactly sure when. And I got it in tobacco and in chestnut. And I honestly was like, I don't even know what I'm going to do with this. I know I'm not putting it on a present and giving it away because I like love it. And I would be crushed, absolutely crushed, if somebody like got that on their present and then just tossed it like it was any other old bow. But anyways, it's this cool kind of bow. I'm struggling with it a bit here. I think I struggled with it on the opening too, but I think it's just because it hasn't been, you know, formed into bow shape. So it's still a bit stiff, but I think obviously over time it will loosen. But this is the other super cute thing I thought I would do is just like, and I'll do it right now. Why not? Hopefully you're having coffee and you're not like hoping that I talk fast. I used to talk super fast. I guess I still talk fast, but I used to talk super fast and the videos were quick. Now I still talk super fast, but the videos are long. I don't know how that happens. I think I just like doing it, so I just take my time. But anyways, this is the other thing that I thought, and hopefully it's coming across nice, but I'd fix it and make it super cute. But I just thought this is a bag that, like, if you're an accessorizing person, which I normally am not, but I feel like this bag, it just sings. Like, it wants an accessory. It wants something to say, like, hey, if you didn't notice the 18 feet of leather, here I am with a bow on it. So anyways, that's that. I think I'd style this bag, which is something I don't normally do. And this bow, which if they still have it, did initially come in all 4 colors. And personally, I like the contrast. I did get it also in tobacco, but that's that. And so I'm not going to show you what fits because, frankly, if you've got something, it fits in this bag. But I am going to just do this because I know a lot of people were like wanting size references. And I'm turning to the other side just because it's super sunny today, so I don't know what shadows you're going to see. But here it is in its glory. And by short drop, what I mean is I can't do this, right? Like it gets stopped by my elbow, so I kind of got to do this. But I just think it's a really cute bag. So here it is. It's nice. You could do this. You could very easily see what's inside. And the other thing I wanted to do is I got a few of Suzette's bags. So I brought some out just because I know like it's not sometimes helpful to hear like, the bag is big or it's, you know, X inches by Y inches. Sometimes it's really helpful just to say like, how big is it in relation to something that I know? So this is her bucket bag. And I think this is one of her, maybe it's the first Love 41 bag. I don't have the first generation of it, but I do have an early generation. And it's a nice, this is, I think, the early generation of tobacco that I really, really liked. And this leather, it feels like this. And this is a big bag. So I can easily fit in here a 13-inch laptop. I think it may even fit a 15. But just for comparison's sake, here you go. This bag has this giant pocket. There's no exterior pockets on this one. But let me do this so you can kind of just see. So it's generous, you know, this is a hefty tote. And so hopefully this helps give you some idea of the size. Let me put that to the side. The next one I'm going to look at is this. And you're probably like, I don't remember this. This is actually her Simple Tote. But there was a while, I'm going to set this down just for a minute to talk about this beauty because I love it so much. This is the Simple Tote that for a while she was doing like crazy hair on hide stuff. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to take a sip though. I went crazy when she did like her hair on hide stuff. And I think I have a handful of those pieces, but I really, really, really liked it and would love to see more of it, hint, hint. But anyways, this is just the Simple Tote, but it's the hair on hide version. They're all limited edition and all unique, all gorgeous. This I would consider to be like traditional tote size and orientation, whereas the bucket bag's like longer than it is wider. This I think is like roughly 14 by 17, and that's kind of always my baseline, right? Like that's a standard tote to me. Again, I can grab the bottom so it's not long. It's got a drop that can go like this, like my elbow can easily pass through. So I'd consider that like a standard drop. It's not very wide, maybe like 3 or 4 inches. So anyways, this is pretty standard tote. You'll notice that even though it's totally empty, It is standing up super nice because I bought this off the secondary Saddleback market, and this is an insert to her original design that was on Saddleback, which I actually also have that one. But so I know a lot of people have this tote. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like the Love 41 starter kit, right? Like if you want to test out their stuff, start with the Simple because you can't go wrong. It's like a wardrobe basic. Anyway, so here is this. Just so you can see, they're like basically the same width. So the distinction here is just that it's got like obviously a lot taller. And then let me do this so you can see the difference in drop. So it's maybe like 3 or 4 inches shorter, the drop on this one. But anyways, hopefully you're getting a good idea of size. Most of the giantness of the weekend tote is coming from its extra height. So that's that. I'm actually going to move this just to make sure it's not getting in the way. Here is another one. This is the Pocket Tote, and this thing, I actually haven't used it in a long time. But there was a period, all of my bags are like that with Suzette. Like I'll use it to death, and it's like in the rotation, and then kind of like goes to the back to closet. But this is one that you can tell it's been like super well loved. When I used to have to travel a ton for work, which was not that long ago, frankly, but it does feel like a lifetime ago. This was like a staple on my airplane travel because I could get in there because it's open, but I still had this like latch here for security. The pockets were super nice. Like, I mean, nobody really prints out boarding passes anymore, but if there was a time when you printed out boarding passes, like shoving it in here and having it at the ready was really nice. And then also having like a very small simple wallet that just had your driver's license. So you could like zip right through TSA. But it's like got 4 exterior pockets, a ton of pockets on the outside. Also what I would consider to be a standard drop. Way more structure and organization than the Simple if you're wanting to go there. And let me show you this. This one also is really nice because it stands up. So I would say, yeah, so they're about the same width. And again, it's just the height. And here's the differences in the drop. So hopefully that's giving you a good perspective. I feel like the difference with the large weekend tote is that I could put everything that I would put in here, and then I could also throw in like my jacket and my kiddo's jacket and just throw it on top. And that's something I think I could not do with this, right? Like if I had my laptop, all the cords, I usually carry like a small bag, her red handle clutch, where I put like just miscellaneous stuff like lipstick, chapstick, all that. And then I usually have like 1 or 2 other pouch type things. So all that plus like clothing for myself and my kiddo, I think is the difference here. It's just like, it's the perfect kind of getaway bag. Okay, so that's that. And then this one is not around anymore, but this is where I got that let me show you. This bag is the small version of this. There was a small and a large, and that was it. And some earlier versions of it had a removable tote, and that's where this came from, in case you were wondering. But that's a large interior organizer, and this is the small. I never ended up taking out. I know a lot of people do take out the thing because they want it more floppy, but I always just love this bag for its like structure. This thing, I feel like it's like bulletproof. And you can see it's like a bit dusty. This one's in the rotation too. These are all my bags that were easily pullable. Like I didn't have to go into into like deep storage. So these are what you're seeing. So this is a relatively modest sized tote, and then the large weekend tote is roughly like double that size. And that's it. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to invent places to go. I might take it picnicking or to the beach because, well, frankly, there's no place else to go, right? So I'm of the camp that's like trying not to eat outside or whatever. But anyways, wherever you are in the spectrum, you will enjoy this bag. It's funny, I was just chatting with one of you who has a whole lot of totes and was wondering, do I need this tote? And I thought, you know what, even if you don't need it, how fun to store all your other totes in here, because you could quite literally do that. It is generous in size. It's such a fun bag, and I can't wait to sort of like take it around, explore with you. and kind of show you how I use it. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys any questions about this bag, the size, or any of the bags that you saw, put them down below. I'll be sure to get to it. Thank you so much and have a Merry Christmas. Bye.
Are you anxious?
Yeah, I just don't want to like look.
Let's shake it out for a second.
Okay.